we are live, and we are going to be talking about some freaky fish people today.
Freaky fishmen. The kuo-toa.
The kuo-toa?
Yeah.
The kuo-toa.
The kuo-toa.
The fucking chicken jockey thing.
I knew the Minecraft movie was going to come up just with how ruined our sense of humors are.
I haven't watched it yet, and I don't want to. But anyway, before we get into it,
yes,
let's talk about the what's the topic, Chuck?
The topic is the freaky fish people, the kuo-toa.
What the hell are those?
They're freaky fish people. That's
okay.
About it. No, so there's a lot more to them than that. I always just saw them like, yeah, fish people. That's cool. That's usually how we used them. Then I realized they're not really even fish, water based in an interesting way. Sometimes
They're mostly in the Underdark.
Yeah, I like that they're just slimy, disgusting fishmen.
They're little freaks.
Like, they are little freaks. Like, I love the artwork for the basic one too, because he's just like standing there, just like yeah.
He's doing the cornholio pose.
Yeah. For my bunghole.
You ever thought tabletop RPGs just ain't fast enough? You want to play in a game that took the best aspects of Mad Max and Dune and put them all into a literal sandbox? You want to play in that said sandbox, or do you want to just add it to your own? Do you want to do this to someone? I know I do. Well, I'm here today to tell you about Scorched Basin, a system agnostic setting set up by Homie and the Dude that just went live on Kickstarter, and it looks so good. Scorched Basin is a setting where 5 unique factions are battling it out all in control of this crystal, and it looks hype. Like, I actually plan on adding it to my settings soon. And that's the thing I love about it, is it can fit into any tabletop. You can just put it in a desert somewhere and it can fit in fine, or you can play it like your own little one-shot if you want to. Both sound really fun, and I plan on probably doing both. If you want to back to Kickstarter now, check the link in my bio. There's some great rewards and great systems, alchemy, 3D models, so many cool things that are based in the system that I think you'll enjoy. I met both these dudes at Gen Con this previous year, both incredibly sweet people, and I want to support them. So, hey, check out this awesome father-son duo. I love what they're doing. Also, you can't tell me an entire book built around vehicular combat, fighting people in the desert looking for lost artifacts isn't an awesome idea. I love this. When I was introduced to them, that's all I thought of them as, because I had a DM that was really doing a very Eldritch Horror inspired campaign.
Ooh.
And he was just like, ooh, so you're in this area and there's all these Shadow of Innsmouth creatures.
Yes,
And my natural thought was, oh, that was his inspiration. No, that's literally what they are.
That is just them, yeah. Honestly, I do kind of like that idea as well going. I kind of am murky on the origins of everything with them. No pun intended. Well, no pun intended. Fuck that.
Murky. Hey, but what's the god that they worship in Innsmouth?
Blipdle. Oh, in Innsmouth.
Yeah.
Dagon, I believe.
Oh, Dagon. That's right. Yeah, that's the name of the
Dagon.
movie. Dagon. It's a good movie.
Dagon.
Where'd they go?
Dagon, I forgot.
Dagon.
Dagon. Look it up.
No, it's okay. You can say it. I think.
You can say Dagon.
Yeah.
It's all right. The kuo-toa will let you.
They're-
All right.
that's good.
Let me see, actually, because they're 1E inspired, so I'm wondering if they always were like the Eldritch Horror inspired.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I
I'm
assume
trying to find
so.
origin, but there is no trivia.
Yeah, because in Shadow of Innsmouth, Dagon is the deity, I believe. I'm not an expert in H.P. Lovecraft stuff, but I believe that's right. But apparently their senior deity that isn't just one they find and make up is Blibdul Poop.
Yeah.
It's Blibdul Poop.
It's Blibdul.
Blibdle.
Blibdul Poop. They also worship multiple gods, and in Baldur's Gate 3, you can become their god if you get a really good roll, and you can summon them so they can magically transport themselves to you to help in a fight because they think you're a god.
Yeah.
They also worshipped a couple other gods. They were really prevalent in the book that our artist friend worked on. The Underdark one. Come on, help me out.
Out of the Abyss.
Yeah, Out of the Abyss, where they worshipped Demogorgon, but they called him Demagugun.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah, which is
Yeah, we're into.
was a crazy level in general that you can get there at level 3 and a Demogorgon just shows up in your town.
He's walking around in a lake. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
how
thing-
that level's supposed to end, is the Demogorgon comes and attacks the town and you're supposed to run because it's level 3, you're not fighting the Demogorgon.
I fucking love you, Demogorgon.
I thought that ended where you got to like
Lost.
pick your demon prince or princess, and then you had them fight in like a gladiator Power Rangers style battle. I'm pretty sure you do make like them fight each other at the end. I forget
Really?
The mushroom.
That's-
Yeah, Zuggetmoy.
Yeah, Zugtamoy and
Oh, the Ublex guy.
They
That kind of
it is
kicks ass. I like.
canonical-
Juablex.
It is canonical they fight each other. Like, you actually,
Oh yes.
if you follow the story, you won't even fight Zugtamoy. You'll just deal for followers, and you come into Jublex just straight up consuming her.
They're just beating the shit out of each other for like a while.
I fucking love all the demon lords. Like the demon lords are so fucking cool. I love Zuckmoy and Dweeblex and fucking
I wonder if the Kuo-toa augmented the Demogorgon's power while he was
probably.
visiting. They probably like made him the strongest out of the group just because they have this unique, weird ability that they might have gained from mind flayers, where because everyone's been enslaved by mind flayers.
Yeah.
Where when they pray and they come up with a god that they think makes sense, it shows up like the orcs in Warhammer.
Yes, I was gonna get to.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to put them, is they're literally the orcs from Warhammer, where if they believe something and worship something, they can manifest it into existence.
I think the thing that I kind of like with them too is, unlike the orcs, Kuo-toa are not like these very capable, brawny, strong as fuck guys. They're weak as shit, and they also don't know how to they're just fucking nuts.
They're all insane. Yeah, they're completely.
They're all insane. They got their brains scrambled. Their head don't work no good.
No,
But
they're like a little fish
fucking,
man with no brain, fish brain.
Yeah.
I kind of do like that there's so much mind flayer fuckery with it. Like, I think of Dwergar, which we've talked about before, and Kuo-toa, and it's just like they just fuck with something and then they leave it, and it's like I love the thought of just like, oh, this is not necessarily what they were aiming for, just some sort of side effect that happened. And it's just like, these nasty little fucking slime balls, they just somehow figured out that they can power things up with their faith or like their belief and just make things happen. I love that. I love the manifestation that they have.
Yeah, so
They can manifest gods, and they can use that manifested false power to cast divine spells and magic. Some of them actually have an ability called Touch of Blibdlepoop, where like if they poke you, they turn one of your hands into a lobster claw, just because that's how they depict that god. It's like a permanent warp. So they could just fucking transmogrify reality around them by being as insane as they are.
So that's why some art has them with crab claws. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
The Touch of Blibdlepoop.
To brag on another creator, I think Zebashu did a really good video on just how they can functionally work. That's something I'd recommend you looking into as well.
I did a video on them as well.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy named RuneSmith made a video
Ooh.
on it as well.
I love their naming schemes. I'm trying to like run around the wiki for them, but there's I think they name the city Sloop Dilmun Pulp. Like they love Sloopy Doopy Poopy. Like those are their favorite words.
A lot of childish humor in them, but they're so terrifying at the same time.
Well, it's also
they got weird blubbery fish faces. So
yes.
blah, 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 blah.
They are like that World of Warcraft fucking creature. I forget what the fuck they're called. The fucking
the Hearthstone like fish creature that goes Murlocs.
Murlocs, yeah, like they have that fucking like very like every little
owl, like really cheeky. Yeah, you gotta put a big chunk of cheese in both your cheeks if you're gonna talk like them.
So now I'm wondering if this was an Illithid thing as well, which I kind of don't even like the idea of. I feel like that should nearly be something else. That they have the psychic ability to create gods. That feels like that should be the
Yeah,
main thing.
That
'Cause
feels
what I
more
like-
like a beholder ability than a mind flayer thing
Yeah.
to
Well,
manifest
'cause
your imagination.
the idea that I like with it is very much I like the idea of a mind flayer might have triggered it. It's not necessarily like a thing of this was our intention. I like the idea that by complete accident, even like with the same with Dwargar, of just like, oh, they somehow like turned big and invisible now or some shit is
Yeah.
like it is just they've unlocked something in their fucking mind. And I like the idea of just, oh, they fucked with these like weird little fishmen, and for whatever reason, they have some connection to something, maybe some other planar kind of connection. Very eldritchy kind of vibe
Yeah.
of just like it's even like the idea of like something within their madness has unlocked the ability to tap into this.
Or the fabric of reality and its like divine sovereignty, which is insane.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nothing else can do that. Not even beholders, nothing from the far realm. They are just like tapped into the threads of divinity, which is really horrifying.
Yeah, because
Mm.
the things that were infected by mind flares, if I remember right, would be Darrow, but they didn't get any psionic abilities.
Mm-mm.
Duragar,
No, they just got fucked.
Get the Yankee. Yeah, Darrow's just got the crap end of the deal. But Darrow's Gif Yankee, Gif Sarai, and Duragar. And
The
latter
Chul
three
as well, I
all
believe.
got some pretty intense psionic abilities to varying degrees. But that's just the average stuff that you'd expect. Just telepathy, like telekinesis, stuff like that. Duragar
Yeah.
get the unique ability to enhance their size, but that's the only thing really unique I
That's
can think
fun.
of. But
Mhm.
that's like 20 steps ahead. I can create a deity with my mind.
I can turn people into lobsters. What's the like evolve into crab? What's that called?
Oh yeah, the fucking I forget what it's called. Fucking
I didn't know there was a term for it. Crit crab just
Yeah.
It's carcinization.
oh, carcinization. Yeah.
Carcinization. The carcinogens. The cancer is. Oh, because the word cancer is the crab constellation.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that next time I see
Carcinogen.
crit crab and be like, do you even know carcinization?
You fucking cancerous crab, you.
Nah, I can't even say that about Crit Crab. He's too sweet of a dude.
No, he's beautiful. He's perfect.
He actually is a pretty handsome dude. But you'll never know
He's
because he won't reveal his face. Aha. That's
And he's
He's
also
not
13
real.
years old.
He's also he's got the Benjamin Button disease. He gets younger by the age.
Finger button. He's actually 60 years
Benjamin
old.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, no, I love the dumb bullshit that you can pull with Kuo-toa because I like the idea. If anything, if I would approach using them, I would like to just manifest some weird creature that they're like some fucking like weird monstrosity that they've forced into a literally being and just
Yeah.
have it like like it could be the reason that it's like causing issues. I mean, that's kind of what they did in Baldur's Gate, except it was a red cap that they just powered up. But
Oh. Yeah, that's the fun.
Yeah, Bull.
That's the fun
instead
thing.
of Ball.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just say the name.
What'd you
of
say?
it. But yeah, those things Ziba Shoes had as like a whole scenario. I thought
Yeah.
was a really cool idea of they I was about to say they create. You have the party come across a group of Kuo-toa, have some of the Kuo-toa escape. When you see the Kuo-toa again, the most terrifying member of their party that did the most damage to Kuo-toa, they're in this huge, swollen, corrupted, just deity form that the Kuo-toa are worshipping and send at
Gross.
you. Because that's a crazy idea.
I do.
Yeah. I think
Honestly, yeah.
there's two major things that you can kind of do with Kuo-toa, and I think both of them lend themselves to just a creative DM so much. Is either you don't start with the Kuo-toa, you start with what they're worshiping and how that affects the world that the Kuo-toa live in, or you find a way for them to start worshiping the party and make like player characters or locals just super powerful and gain random divine abilities well in proximity are being worshipped by these little freaky fishmen.
I do really like the idea of just basically kind of with that Zbashu idea of just they fuck off, and through their like very like beholder like, it's like they're scared of these things, but because they recognize their power, they start to worship them. So it becomes this situation of, I'm picturing like a knight character or something, and it's just like, oh, they come across this big ass like armored thing, but it's more like the armor is just like a carapace or something around them, like just this very like body horror-ish kind of look of just it's this nasty crustacean creature that has like its arms or blades or some shit, and it's like this weird
like a chitinous version of a knight.
Yeah, it's like a weird parody of like the party.
Oh yeah, where they're like, we worship you, and instead of augmenting you, they make a divine disfigured. Okay, I love that.
And what could be extra fun with that is imagine if you beat them, or like imagine not necessarily killing them. Like, what if you kill the kuo-toa, and these things get away, and you later come across like the Bizarro version of the party, like out and about. Fucking,
that's the plan I actually have for my school campaign.
Really?
I haven't got to do this yet, but this is the plan I have of under the school in the sewers. There's a group of kuo-toa that laid up there, and every now and then they happen to pass by the fountain in the park, which has become the popular area where gossip gets spread. So the kuo-toa have never actually seen the party, but they have heard some crazy rumors about them.
So like a mythological, like actual Achilles. Like, what if he actually couldn't be wounded? And then they make an Achilles.
Yeah, they like make.
Yeah,
I like that idea. Yeah.
I also think it would be
some of the more notable people in the school. Like, there's going to be copies of them going around just doing stuff they wouldn't normally do. It's like, hey, what's going on? Then when the party looks into this, they come and find the Bizarro versions of them, like just camping out in the sewers. Like, the druid is one of the Grim Hollow druids, where he's the Circle of the Mutant, where he's just all of these disfigured and horrible monsters. So they're just going to get to fight a good old Eldritch Horror monster in the sewers.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I really hope my wife's
like,
not listening through the wall right now.
I could already picture like this idea of even like my own party of just like, oh, they have Yari that's playing as like a Medusa type spellcaster, and there's like this Azamar like angelic character and this fucking like Owlin, and I'm just picturing like, yeah, they basically fabricate the fucking owl from Avatar, where it's just like, since she could like transform into like druid shit, a T-Rex and stuff like that, it's just like, yeah, you have this weird owl thing, and it just like turns into this big dragon-like fucking figure or something, and like having all this, like, there's a lot of ways to play into it, and kind of like, if anything, highlight how people view the party without actually knowing them. That could be, even giving them their own like little Bizarro personalities too would be really fucking fun.
Yeah, because I thought it was a fun idea to try, because I wanted to do the Zbashu thing, but I might trying to I could expand this to even more characters, and that's kind of how they get roped in, is a Bizarro version. One of the NPCs ends up like committing a crime or something.
What are you gonna say, Logan?
Oh, I was just gonna kind of point to the fact that kuo-toa are also really prolific and effective slave catchers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Fucking
a lot of D&D monsters are, but they literally are depicted mainly with like man catchers and like very effective tools that can just grab someone and bring them to the Underdark or Underwater or whatever. And they can just like use divinity to force you to breathe water and then enslave you underwater.
Yeah, like I like the idea, kind of looking at things with the orc aspect of things. I like them basically giving you pseudo magic items of just like, oh, if we put this necklace around you, non-water breathers can breathe water, so we can like force you to like mine underneath the water or some shit. Or
I would
just,
think they could literally just like poke you with a lobster claw and force you to have gills or something. Just physically alter you.
Yeah.
I'd really
Just
just good body horror stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love playing with body horror.
Yeah.
Fucking
They lend themselves to that really well.
Yeah, that crab claw thing in particular has given me a lot of ideas. I really like that. And I was even thinking that seems to be kind of the twist that's happened in 5e is instead of having that lobster claw, they have like that man catcher little clamp thing that looks like a lobster claw. So look at the one
They're little grabby boys.
That's what it looks like.
Kuo-toa are so fucking cool.
I like them a lot.
They because it is really fun to think on just how to play. Like, I think the criminal thing with some of their stat blocks is that it doesn't necessarily immediately highlight it.
Yeah.
You have to very much like look into the lore, because when you look at them at face value, I remember looking at them and just being not that impressed, because I just see like, you know, the funny little art with them. But it's
throw
just
a spear at you and that's it.
Yeah, it's like, why would I use this when I could use like a goblin or something? But it's like, oh no, there's this whole concept that you could play with. Yeah, no, they're cool. I love the various angles you could go with it. I love the idea. Like, now I'm just picturing how I could maybe use it of just like, oh, my players have been messing around in the Underdark before. I could just have like some weird little. I could see Kuo-toa actually having a pretty powerful little society of just like, yeah, we just fucking like morphed these people into things because we've like infected them with like the ability from our deity or some shit, or like our deity has granted them these things so that they can better serve us. And
yeah, they could almost passively kind of enslave and alter a town, similar to Innsmouth, where they just start slowly having like a layer effect that physically warps people into being more and more deformed and insane, where like their mentality bleeds into the local region. That'd be horrifying. Just everyone starts kind of becoming lobotomites, and no one knows it's just because the kuo-toa are popping off population-wise or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I like
That's
that.
really cool.
That's
yeah.
Even like
That'd be really scary.
them just being in an area and just kind of providing like a localized madness. I like the idea of.
Yeah, I think more creatures should definitely have just general like layer actions or effects. Yeah.
I do love
actions too.
Yeah, I love like regional effect kind of stuff on certain characters, or certain not characters, but like on certain
Just
monsters.
Species or monsters or.
Yeah, their domain expansion, if you will.
Yeah. It's just like, because even with Kuo-toa being these weak things, it is very fun to think of when you have them in a cluster. They are a legitimate threat. It kind of makes me think of there's like lore reasons as to, oh, Kuo-toa hate drow, but they also work with the drow, and the drow see potential in working with Kuo-toa. It's like very much, I don't really want to fuck with you because I don't know all the weird shit that you'll do, but if I can convince you that we can be allies for a short while, you could be useful to us.
I love reluctant alliances in both enemies and allies in campaigns, and I think they do work really well.
Oh yeah. The Underdark has a very nice synergy of that. Of no one. Really
everyone hates each other, but they all hang out.
Yeah.
It's like a Thanksgiving down there.
Yeah, it's constant Thanksgiving. They all split a purple worm together.
God, I was waiting for funny, Logan. I laughed like so hard at that. I promise I'm okay.
You went mute. It blocked you out.
I was dying laughing. That was.
The idea of a drow, a dwergar, a fucking Smurf-Nevelin, fucking reluctantly
walk
like
into a bar.
In the corner.
They all walk into the bar. They all
The Kuo-toa and the Darrow go out to like smoke before the meal. Like cousins.
Yeah,
a Kuo-toa, a drow, a dwergar, and a Smurf-Nevelin walk into a bar. They all stab each other.
No one leaves the bar.
Yeah.
No one, no.
No one leaves. There's currently a deity residing in the bar.
Yeah, yeah. There's one
They
prevailing
all
god
kill
that
each other, and some unknown entity steps out.
floats out gently with divine power or a farming.
Oh my god. I will
They spread the new word.
yeah. I will say I'm torn though, because I'd like to think of a way to weaponize their psionics without them intentionally using them. Because I feel like that would defeat the purpose if they learn how to use their power. That they need.
Yeah,
that
they're too
blind-
crazy to do what they do on purpose,
Yeah,
which is kind of
They
funny.
need that blind faith element to make them work, kind of like orcs.
They need some sort of leader, but not necessarily in the sense of like
They have priest kings, like they actually do work under them.
they need a creative priest king that is able to somehow like convince them you have been blessed now. And they're just like, I can use Eldritch Blast now. Fucking-
I can use Eldritch Blessed.
I'll be
The Vi Pulgal.
I'll be the one to do it. Imagine an Usopp-like liar comes into town. And
Yes,
just-
Yeah. That's one of the main things you can do with them is just gain divinity. Like a lot of the Spaniards that went down to South America and were just like, hey, give me all your gold and worship me also. And they're like, all right, you look weird, so that makes sense. You could easily trick the kuo-toa. And there's completely unrelated to any regions, the kuo-toa are stupid. So they'll fall for just about anything if you're convincing.
Well, I think it's because they've been so scrambled that they're really
noodle
easy
brains.
to fuck with. Which is also a very shaky alliance because at any moment, like they'll stare at you with their little fucking blank fish eyes and just go, ah!
One of their priests could just be like, make a new decree. Like, actually, outsiders, they smell bad. One of them made me gruel, and it didn't taste good. So we gotta kill everyone. And then they all go crazy.
It's like it's the Thanksgiving feast. They're all sitting together. They're having a good time, and the archpriest of the kuo-toa sits there, and he goes, "Actually, you know what? The way you arranged your forks, I realized that I actually take huge offense to that."
Being Thanksgiving, there'd be Thanksgiving. The Uncle Kuo-toa would sit down and be like, "I don't believe this group of people should have rights."
and
everyone's like, he's right.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, I've just been waiting for somebody to say it. And like,
they're not good at building, but when it comes to creating shrines, they're very passionate about like depicting their gods. So imagine walking into a room that has like an octopus strung all over the place and like 6 fish in each of its teeth, and you poke it and like one of its things go boing and fly across the room. Everyone hates you. You defaced and malformed their deity, and they're gonna fucking kill you now.
Oh, yeah, like their shrine in Out of the Abyss, the 2 octopuses tied together on top of a manta ray. It's such
for the Demagogoon.
Yeah, they're trying to make a Demogorgon shrine.
They call it Demagoogoo for like a while, which is funny because I made the Demon Gugu. But there's a lot of like heavy hints if your players actually know the lore and the Demon Kings to be like, oh shit, that's who they're worshipping. Because if you look at the shrine, it's just 2 heads slapped together on top of a big, nasty, leathery body.
Yeah,
that is always.
Oh,
yeah. No, you're good, Chuck. Go ahead.
I'll
stop.
I'll say my piece. I just wanted to say one of the really creative, subtle things they did in Out of the Abyss is they included as many 2-headed enemies as possible building up to the Demogorgon without even saying it. Like you run into Ettins, 2-headed hellhounds, 2-headed giants.
Yeah.
Enough subtle
Fun
details
motif.
where you're just like, what is with all of these heads? What's the deal with all these heads?
What's all head?
The Demonomicon of
Mario, see me after
Iguical.
class.
You're in a lot of trouble.
I also
I'm
like.
starting a new campaign called Dungeons and Dagons. It's just Kuo-toa.
It's all kuo-toa.
Oh my god.
You're all invited.
And they all stick their little kuo-toas at you, and they crinkle their feet.
They're all there crinkling, and they're like, "You want in?
You want to get some of this, buddy? Don't be shy."
I don't want to follow
Something-
that thought train because I know it's going to get too depraved. Mario, continue.
Something that I do like with them as well is kind of also playing into the fact that what we were saying before of them being kind of weak. There is an aspect to them as well that they need, like the slave factor comes up not out of just like, oh, they're fucking evil and they hate everybody, because they do kind of hate everybody, but there's a level to it as well where they kind of need other people. They need workers. There's like a whole point of, they need Smirthavlin to mine because they're very physically weak. they can't do it themselves.
Laborers. That's their main thing.
No.
Is they do not know how.
They've been a little.
Everyone else in the Underdark has a skill except them.
Yeah, I mean, like the skill,
right,
skill that they have is one that they don't know how to control, or are completely unaware of. This is why they're.
The kuo-toa have one of the lowest graduation rates in their colleges and high schools.
It sounds like
their education.
It sounds like a thing of like you come across somebody in the Underdark and he's just one of those guys where he's like, I've been looking at the statistics. And,
kuo-toa, I hate to say it, but they disappoint.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying. I don't have anything against
I'm not
them.
saying we put them all down.
I'm just saying if you look at the numbers, if you look at the situation,
for paperwork that they don't
lie. Listen, they don't care about your feelings. They
holds up like an abacus. He's like, look at this.
Guys,
some fucking...
I'm just Southern.
He pulls out a
They're
tech deck. He does a little flip.
This, not y'all. They're gonna be in the comments like, I knew it.
The numbers don't lie. Look.
It's a little Smirthavlin. He comes out and he's like, "Listen, all right, you may not be convinced, but watch this." Pulls out a little tech skateboard, does a little flip, it does an ollie with it. He goes,
He just doesn't say anything. He walks away.
Just walks away. He walks into a wall. He slips into a fucking crack in the wall, and one of the players goes.
That's the coolest guy in the
I
whole
hate to say it, but like I kind of agree with it.
You made some really good points. Did you see that all?
Kao-Toa made a deity of him where he did sick finger tricks for the rest of his days.
It's just a deity that like has sunglasses and rides a skateboard around.
he fucking he can cast like mass calm emotions because he just goes, "All right, dude, watch this." Pulls out his big skateboard, does a flip. Everyone's just like.
Nice.
You son of a bitch, you got me. All right. I'm in. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what you got going on.
DnD.
It's an Aarakocra that fell into the Underdark. His name is Tony Hawk.
I just like the idea that like they could revere anything that they learn about. Like if one of them was able to read and it got like an autobiography or a biography of Elvis and treated it like the Bible, they could recreate and respawn Elvis as a god. Just like any fucking like person from any era, any creature that they are able to learn about or hear about, they'll be like, that sounds like God.
Listen,
that's God.
You're on to something because Elvis is also known as the king, and he had the blue shoes.
God King Elvis, the blue suede shoes,
blue?
Dagon.
Maybe, I don't know. I tried looking at him once, and my mind just started melting. I started seeing things.
I just saw a big tasty fish. I don't know why you went crazy that whole time.
I took a big old bite out of him like Scruff McGruff takes a bite out of crime.
I tried to comprehend him. It wasn't working. Took ibuprofen. Tried again. It just started hurting my brain again.
I saw some stupid fucking meme of like, you see horrors that are completely incomprehensible to your mind, and a guy just puts his hands on his his fucking the guy puts his hands on his hips, he looks up and he goes, "I'm sorry, I'm not scared, I just don't even know what I'm looking at."
I don't fucking get this. What is this, a Banksy?
I don't know what I don't get it.
I like the idea that Chuck kind of lended to, where it's like, yeah, I saw a big ancient deity that I could not comprehend, but I took an ibuprofen and I lay down for a few minutes and I figured it out.
A big old copperhead took a bite out of my niece,
really
and I just didn't
about
get
it.
it.
It's not that complicated.
Copperhead don't bit my knees.
Yeah. Me and
Big
him,
old copperhead done
me and
torn
him
my
chilled
rail.
for a bit. It took some ayahuasca. Really started thinking about it. I learned some things about myself.
Yeah.
And a lot about friendship.
Look, I saw something I didn't understand. And Kuo-toa said that's Jesus. So I got it. I figured it out. Let's just go.
I'm pissed. My kuo-toa went sour.
Maybe we shouldn't be looking at the outside, he said, eldritch beings, and be starting to look at the inside. Why can we comprehend them?
Yeah, is it our fault that we can't figure them out just because they're different?
Is it our
That's not okay.
view that doesn't let us understand eldritch horror?
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. I'll say it.
Yeah,
I don't get it, and that's because I don't get it, not because
I had this stupid fucking idea in my head just pop up of a kuo-toa philosopher, just like, I've been thinking about it, and like we've been saying all this stuff of like, all like what Bliptal Poop can do, but like, I'm starting to question like why.
Immediately cut to him screaming on a cross.
Really, like it's like all these blank faces staring at him, and it's like, kill the heretic!
Flame!
No!
He was thinking, get him!
Get him!
The hard smash cut of him like bleeding out.
They put him on like one of those stretcher fucking devices. They like rip him in half. He's like, it's super brutal.
Attila the Hun.
What are you going to draw and quarter him?
Yeah,
they still got the guy stabbing him in the side with spears just cuz.
Poking him in the liver and fresh holy water comes out.
And like after like he's like ripped apart, they see the blood like fall over the like the contraption. They look at it. They see like a visage. It's like
they make a new god based on his death. The god of
like,
philosophy.
They call him Scrambles the Death Dealer.
It's just a big like silhouetted god that looks like fluffy scrambled eggs.
What if it became an infinite loop of he just became a revenant? He was so mad at what they did to him. Then they end up worshiping the revenant. Then it becomes an endless cycle of revenants.
Oh no. Yeah, you could have like a busted loop where they kill someone and then they worship the dead body and that person gets remanifested and pulled from their afterlife.
And
then they kill him again. Yeah.
He like shows up with his holy... I love the idea. Just like he shows up from the body, like from the entrails. It's this holy light. He has this beautiful like white glistening robes, and he goes, I have seen the afterlife, and I have come back to tell what news I've seen. And they
get him, and they like stab him again.
they start
comes out of
apart.
his like fifth corpse, and they're all like stacking up.
Like he just starts becoming they just start mass farming him and he becomes like super powerful. Like he becomes this ultimate. Every time he's brought down he becomes stronger. He's fucking
like Shadow the Hedgehog where he was frozen in time and he broke all of his bones to move and they're like, dude, you're just walking.
I fucking
remember that copy pasta. Does that track for anyone?
Yeah, I remember that fucking
I haven't seen that one actually.
Fucking oh my god!
Right.
I'm just picturing what great monster.
Yeah, they could legitimately.
There's no denying it.
You could do like a Doodle Bob campaign where
yes,
like make a really childish, shitty looking drawing and they worship it, and there's just like on the horizon, floating in the sky, this god that looks like Doodle Bob.
I feel like that's
what if
we're having to realize they're so stupid. They do not have an active imagination. They have a very bad imagination, and they are making the stupidest thing possible. Mm. But it's still
like a bodacious babe with huge tits and a lobster head.
What if they found a beholder? A beholder like is basically controlling them for a while. they manifest a like fish-headed beholder, and he kills the original beholder.
It's more powerful.
And he just comes back like twice as.
That's what I was saying. Is the closest thing to what they can do are beholders, which is funny that Mind Flayers fucked with them and made them magical. But I think them and beholders could go toe to toe, just constantly like chanting at each other,
creating things. I don't know why in my head it came out as Billy the Big Mouth Bass, the one you mount on your wall and you poke the button and it sings a song.
I would worship that.
They have a big mouth, like it's literally on the plaque floating, and it just has all the abilities of a beholder. It like fires.
Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. They're blasting, killing everyone. Be happy.
There's like this fucking like the beholder's looking at it all confused, like what the fuck? Like fires into one of its tendrils. It rips off a stalk. It's like
You could God. Now I'm actually just mentally shit posting. Like you could make horrible memes, divine entities in your setting, like the Obama triangle, like the 3D rotating fish.
A whole campaign idea.
You just kept watching rotating rat videos.
The kuo-toa have discovered a new material they've been farming, and it just like a kuo-toa. They finally like sneak in. They see what they're doing. A fucking archpriest holds it up. They're holding obamium, where it's just like the triangle, just like fucking like swirling around,
rotating 3D.
The pyramid that he's holding in his hand. He like fires beams and shit.
It actually fires drone strikes. It's pretty crazy.
I have discovered Obama's last name.
Obamium. It's like Mario. It's Obama.
Obama squared.
Obama, and Luigi Obama. Fuck. The next time I see Kao-Toa, I'm going to teach him about what like old PS2 skyboxes are, so that they can cover the sky in their god. Just PNG.
So that's our advice to people: is just turn off your brain and make the stupidest thing possible, then make it as terrifying as possible.
We started becoming Kao-Toa the longer we've been recording.
I think the best way to use them is honestly just have them make parody, like have them look at stuff in the campaign and just take it at face value and just fucking basically just turn it into some. It kind of makes me think of I think I brought this up in like a episode before, but like it's like how I had a beholder basically make a dungeon by dreaming it up, and it was just it made, since the beholder's only like self-aware, like it only gives a fuck about itself. It's self-absorbed. It's like, it made a bugbear, but like the bugbear's fingers were like legitimate daggers and shit, and it's just all like fucked up. That it keeps
AI
forgetting
generated.
how many eyes things have. Like, yeah, it's like an AI generated thing. It's all fucked. And so like looking at it from that same perspective of just Kao-Toa just taking information just as is, it's like, I don't know, they look at
it's like he drew him from memory. You know that whole trend?
Yeah, yes.
They're like a bunch of fucking preschoolers.
Yeah, they just
god powers.
It's fucking, you tell them about some fucking, it's because I've played a little bit around with this in the sense of I've had games where people will hear about the party and they'll just kind of come up with their own ideas of it or just super exaggerate it because it's very like a lot of this shit is not normal to them. So it's just like, oh yeah, like a Medusa lady that casts spells. Yeah, there's like some snake witch that's out there and she like does like evil. She'll like use enchantment magic and can like, I don't know.
Player characters are fucking bizarre if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, their place in the world is really horrifying.
Yeah, so it's just like
there was this guy who didn't have arms, and then he magically manifested 2 other arms, and he beat the shit out of 72 people. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's like taking.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Kao-Toa already bend the law of what's supposed to be. You have player characters who generally they bend the law of what's supposed to be as well.
Yeah.
So you just square that and create something horrifying.
It's like if you looked at I don't know, picture you have an Echo Knight in your party, and like what the Kuo-toa think that is just like he can just constantly duplicate himself. He just there's a guy out there that just fucking keeps emitting more hymns. So he just
Wukong.
fucking or I don't know, just some shit of like, oh, a rune knight or something. It's just like he can make himself big, so it turns into like a thing of like, yeah, he can make his fist like super huge or some shit.
He started drawing like shapes on the ground, and they turned into magic. So we made a guy who can do that, but he can't draw very good. Because
it's also limited to their own imagination. Too.
Yeah, like I said, a druid or a rune knight, something that can make themselves turn into other creatures.
Other shit. Like it's like they just basically make like a pseudo werewolf or something. Like it's just they turn into Owlbear Man.
Owlbear Man. Like Nimona from the movie Nimona, who just turns into like 50 different things every minute. They're like, yeah, that's our god. We don't know what to call it. It keeps changing.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, Nimona's good. It's a Netflix movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have not seen.
Oh, I remember now.
Oh, fuck! You guys have to watch that. It's really good.
Is it good?
Nimona.
Yeah, I really like it.
Oh, yeah.
Give it like an 8 maybe.
With Netflix, it's So
it's pretty hit or miss, but it's well animated. It's got a good style. It's like a futuristic Knight city.
Oh,
yeah.
I have heard about this. I haven't
really
seen
good.
it, but no, for sure. That would be like I'm just picturing some fucking Kuo-toa just having some weird bullshit that they like fabricate together. It's just like our deity just does that. They just turn into stuff that they see.
We saw a guy do that once, and we thought it was cool, so we gave our god the ability. And you're like, can you not do that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Stop!
I love the way
Dude,
you
I
that because it reminds me of two kids on a playground where it's like, I have a force field that you can't break.
Yes,
we can't do that.
I love that idea of like two opposing Kuo-toa tribes that start manifesting their gods, and it's like they're playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, like constantly transforming and shifting what it is to beat the other one.
That would be a fun fucking thing to do. Is just
like a short campaign session. Yeah,
short little session is just two Kuo-toa. Like you hear rumors of, oh, there's some shit that's going down. You show up and Kuo-toa are just manifesting like these demigods,
rock, paper, scissors gods.
Yeah.
And that would be so fitting because you hear that so often, and just like in individual churches that end up splitting off from each other just because they had a minor argument, and half the congregation took one side, half the congregation took another. My uncle caused one of them split. Sad, funny enough.
Those silly ass Calvinists. Fuck you, Calvinists. You guys are incorrect. You're wrong.
Go back to Hobbes. Jeez.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's Calvin and Hobbes, idiots.
Dipshit.
God intended for there to be Calvin and Hobbes, not just one.
Go back to playing Calvin ball. Fucking
You
Calvin.
think you're so fucking smart. Love like the idea of like Kuo-toa.
I hope my brother watches this podcast, but go ahead.
I love the idea of just two Kuo-toa tribes. They basically have formed an arena at this point, and it is like a monthly fucking thing that they do of just like, our new god is gonna kick your ass. It's like the one god.
My dad could beat up your dad, and they're like morphing behind them. You're like, what the fuck?
One god fucking wins. It just turns into this thing where it's like, well, fuck, we'll come back next month, dipshit.
Yep.
It's like a gladiator fight every fucking week. That's horrifying.
Jeez,
fuck.
insane.
They're just too
Do
stupid
you think
to do anything with it outside of
they would enter like a god play loop where they do start to fall into this rock paper scissors where they keep recreating the same three gods and they each beat the other one every time?
Oh my god.
They like both show up with the same god and they're like, oh fuck, we
Just
both play
becomes a
paper.
Pokemon fight.
Yeah,
It's fucking...
yeah.
Oh my god.
My god's a volcano. Oh yeah, well mine's a big wave.
Well,
Idiot.
my god has like a shield that protects him from waves. So you're fucking stupid, idiot.
Well, my god is immune to force fields. He passes through them. He's translucent.
Well, my god destroys all force fields.
Well, my god is too fast. You couldn't put up your force field before he gets past you.
Well, my god is like
my god,
fast as your god, but +1.
My god has the power of both of your gods.
You can't do that!
You fuck! You fuck!
Oh my god, can go Super Saiyan, so
It's like
like
the
Kuo-toa are the only creatures that have the actual right to say, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Oh my god. I love. I'm just picturing like Kuo-toa.
It's just like, oh my god.
Oh my god! And then they manifest a Kuo-toa divinity.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I'm there. They go, oh
Put
my
that
god.
away.
Oh my god. A manifestation shows up. I'm their god.
Oh me! Oh my!
They're just all dripped out, hype beast style. Oh god.
Kuo-toa are the ultimate hype beasts too. They're fucking they're your ultimate hype men because if you do convince them that you're like
yeah.
It's like I like the idea of also just having a posse of Kuo-toa that are just buffing you, where they're just like, yeah, fuck his shit up, yeah, kick his
Start
ass.
dancing around you.
They start doing a little chant. They're in the background dancing around, getting like, it's like you have like just bless and a bunch of other fucking things like slapped on top of you while you're fighting.
The idea where you're like, look, I can't speak Draconic, and they're like, yes, you can, yes, you can, and then they teach you a fucking free language. Yes,
do
anything you put your mind to.
Actually, the dragon speaks what you speak now. They have to bend to your will.
I'm just looking over what I looked up. We just had too much fun coming up with stupid scenarios. We haven't hardly talked about their lore.
I feel like we've covered most of it.
The lore isn't that important. I mean, they were enslaved for a while, now they're in the Underdark. They did used to rule the world for a little bit.
What?
Did they have
they used to exist on like shoreline in societies and stuff, and then I was also gonna say in the new monster manual, they don't make gods anymore. I read through it and I saw no mention of that. They like were beat up not by any specific species, but they're like, yeah, it could have been any of these like 4 races. And, yeah, it could have been anybody. So they don't like anybody. They don't enslave people, but they're mean big bullies.
They don't do it anymore.
Because DnD 1 equals no fun.
Yeah. Yay.
I talked to Antonio earlier today, and he was just like, it sounds like you hate the new book, and you're going to have a really hard time talking about it in videos. And I'm like, yeah, there's no lore.
Yeah, well,
they rinsed it.
They really
rinsed my rights.
This is an issue with trying to please everybody. It's like a lot of times, one, you're not going to please anyone, but a lot of times,
2, you're gonna piss Logan off. But
2, you're gonna piss Logan off.
I remember you dropping a 2-page docket on how much you love the Mexican orcs.
That might be true, but
that's beside the point.
Well, that's besides the point. Because I think something that comes up a lot with some of the changes is trying to remove a lot of the negatives from certain stuff. And it starts to become a situation where it's like they're trying to create a world without conflict.
Exactly. I was just about to say that point that you were building up to because I figured out that you were going to say that. But literally, actually, I was listening to what you were saying, and I could tell where you were going with saying it. So I was going to say it before you got to. But genuinely, just if you remove drama and conflict from a story, just to satisfy everyone, there is no narrative, nothing we can do. There are no toys for us to play with. There's no war for us to have. It's just, oh, look at all the fucking Sims walking around in the D&D world.
You just have Sims exchanging niceties. Yeah. That's your session.
To me, it feels like they really tried to ride the line of, oh, an entire race isn't evil, so they're not evil at all. All of them are fine.
The white race is.
Oh yeah, totally. We're the worst. We're the only villains in D&D 1. But
yeah,
white man stat block.
Yeah, where's the tax collector stat block? Where's that?
Oh god.
So fuck, I gotta do my taxes. I freaked myself out.
Yeah. So yeah, they were trying to overcorrect and be like, oh no, yeah, because it's like they saw the orc baby argument, and it's like, okay, no, that's not right, no one's evil, but it's like, are there evil ones? And they're like, well...
There's some bad players, okay? There's people who maybe their ethics are a little skewed. They're not that nice.
It's like they were
Because
scared,
you don't...
It's like they were scared to say it, because the idea of Dritso Dern being an outlier was just foreign to them, and they had to make the like, no. There's so many unique ones, so many.
No, his whole fucking epitaph is the only drow with a golden heart.
Yeah,
He's the only good drow.
Yeah.
And
No, actually, he had his mama and his papa and his brother and his sister. They're all good people, and
because even
they do nice things around the world. It's like, sure, no.
Even then, it doesn't necessarily have to be an intrinsic like racial thing. It could literally just be, you could go off the culture. You can go off the culture,
Exactly.
and it's a weird thing of just like, no, we don't want this to be taken as like a race thing, and it's just like, dude, it
It
just
doesn't
like
have to be a race thing. Like a Darrow could have adopted the culture of the drow, and you can reskin it and have any like other creature or character or species or anything adopt these values, these ideas that are aggressive and dangerous. But there are no cultures. It's just, this thing walks around the mountains and it eats goats. It's like, okay.
Yep. Now hold on now, Logan. To go back to my previous argument, the Mexican orcs have a lot of culture. Tell them, Mario.
They do have a lot of culture. Well,
Yeah,
you
Mario.
see,
I was going to ask you about that.
yeah. Well,
You're an orc, right?
yeah. I am an orc in real life. I'm stinky, I'm smelly, and I'm slightly green.
Look, I just know that ogres are Scottish and they like to eat eyeballs.
When them
Like
orcs took the Alamo, it was justified.
Mm-hmm.
That would
I
be
forgot
the
about that.
idea of just Alamo defense, and it's just a bunch of orcs.
Oh my God.
But
That's all.
I guess to circle back to like our whole thing with the kuo-toa, I guess main beats to come up, just fucking, they got fucked with by mind flayers. They have their whole like little hierarchy of they have like priests. They do have basically like priest leaders. That it is very religious based. Their whole like system of how they tend to do things. And it's a funny thing where while I don't usually like having like a monoculture for a lot of things in D&D, I can see where it would make sense in certain regards for kuo-toa, where it's just they do end up, because they have this intrinsic like deity creation thing, they will end up falling into that thing of being highly zealous and just full blown just worshiping whatever deity. And like you can make that very unique in its own sense, because you'll have different clusters of kuo-toa doing their own thing.
What that deity represents, it heavily defines their behavior. A lot of even in the older books, some of the monsters that made the most sense were the ones that worshipped a god that was violent, like the orcs or the ogres or or goblins especially. The goblin pantheon was destroyed by a warmongering god, and now they worship that one, and they fight all the time, and it's like, yeah, okay, I get it.
Like
they were taught that.
Lolth is just straight evil. There's no arguing or nuance.
Fucking literally that's a big one too. Is just like Lolth, and I feel because they're in the Underdark and it's such a fucking like dog eat dog world, there is going to be a point where they tend to lean on the side of wanting to be like, fuck everybody else, just because everybody else is also like just fighting for their lives down there. So them being
neutral, I believe, was originally what they're supposed to be.
I think so.
They're neutral evil, or they're gender neutral.
What's
the difference?
You gotta ask. Oh my god! Because the whole thing with them is just I could see kuo-toa that you can work with. Like again, I could see an opening for that because while they might have this very reoccurring thing within them, depending on the situation, who knows? You could have a whole thing of just like, you could have a thing of like, oh, and the prophecy has foretold that these strangers will come here, and it's like it's very open ended. Just like they're always just making shit up and just viewing like certain things a certain way. So it's just like you can have a situation where I could see them working with a party to an extent.
You're literally describing it like the fucking YouTube skits and meme lords. Like they're just, yes, the prophecy. And they take you over to a wall that actively shifts to depict you walking up to them just now. And you're like,
like literally like someone just like, you can even have it just be like a kuo-toa, just like, imagine he fucking, I don't know, he like snaps the neck of a chicken and he sprays blood on the wall. And it's just a random splatter of gobbledygook. But it's this Rorschach test where he goes, yep, that looks like you. That's what I see right there.
He like walks up to a wall with paint in hand, and he's like, "The prophecy said that you would show," and he starts drawing you guys standing next to him as like stick figure form.
He draws himself next to you with a big thumbs up.
He's really rough and he's helping you on your journey. Because
he looks ripped. He's the only one that's heavily detailed.
Everyone starts to believe it too, and like slowly he just starts getting more buff.
So kuo-toa are fucking great.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
About it, he comes across you and starts retailing this prophecy that he's making up on the spot that he genuinely believes because he's insane. You come back to the village and it's already manifested on a wall somewhere.
That's called drawing.
His belief.
But, yeah. I know we always go to the point where like, have you used them in your campaigns? I haven't, but I've used the concept of ascending someone to divinity by collective belief. And I've talked about it a couple times. There's that the Banderhob that is slowly becoming one of the only living gods in that campaign, and it's just because everyone on the island is like, that guy fucks. And he's just getting more and more powerful. So it's praying. It's please stop praying to me. I want to die. And they're like, no, you're God.
Grandpa's too strong. The police can't stop him.
It's funny. I think currently he only has 11 hit points because Banderhobs can't regain hit points. But he's almost invincible. He's surrounded by a cult of little primates, little monkeys.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Yeah, I always used them in kind of that, just little being mooks, because but then realized all the potential of them, so that's why I wrote that scenario I did. I haven't got to use it yet, but I'm really excited to see how it goes.
Likewise, I haven't had a good, because I've had them show up, but not in like big numbers or anything. It's mostly been like people are aware of kuo-toa, and they're way too in like it's more like, oh yeah, there's some kuo-toa that have popped up here and there. The party has encountered some where it's just like, yeah, they'll encounter like maybe 3 of them or something like that, like wandering around, but they're not necessarily like in a big society just yet. So it's just more like, on their own, they're not too big of a deal. People probably view them like as threatening as like a goblin or something like that. So it's
tiny,
just like
tiny troops of cultists, basically. Just little smelly guys.
And I do. This is something where I'm like, man, I'm surprised that I have not, because I've had ideas with it before. I kind of wanted to do like the party like thing with them, but I've never had like a good opportunity to like throw that in. So like again, the closest that I've got is like that beholder dream idea. And there's a ton of potential with them. I want to use them now.
I fucking love any creature or item or magic that alters the actual state of the world based on your perception of it, or that creature's perception.
That's what I like so much about them, just the air of mystery, but also the potential you have because of that. And and I like that. I feel like I want to make them be more tied to like an old one or a beholder. A beholder is a good idea instead of illithids because of the drastic difference between what Durgar Yankee became and what they are.
I straight up think that they should just be aberrations. They don't need to be fish. Like they just spawned out of nowhere. No one knows why they're here, but they're from some far realm, and they're trying to usher in that nature into our world, and they're able to, kind of.
Yeah. I think the only reason they're fish is just the Shadow of Innsmouth connection of
Yeah, aren't they? They're humanoids, I'm pretty sure. They are a humanoid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, hold person works on a fucking kuo-toa. They're people, straight up people.
Yeah, they are straight up people.
They were considered a monstrous humanoid in 3E and 4E.
You can't say that.
Considered natural. That doesn't sound right. And in 5E humanoid.
Yeah, because 5e just dropped everything.
Yeah, but considered them natural. That's a weird. I don't know that.
Does it specifically say in 4e that they're natural humanoids? I kind of like that idea of a distinction.
I did not.
A natural creature. That's what that means.
Oh.
Something else that I did not realize, kind of also looking at the stat block.
Okay, 4E, come on.
I love on the stat block the otherworldly perception thing of the kuo-toa can sense the presence of any creature within 30 feet of it that is invisible or on the ethereal plane. So
they can see ghosts all the time. What the fuck?
No wonder they're fucking freaking the fuck out. They're like seeing all this wild shit in front of them. It's like the Ice King, like when you got wizard eyes.
You can see into the spirit plane at all times.
Yeah.
No wonder they're insane. They're
Thank you, old wizard eyes.
Stimulated all hours.
It's crazy, crazy, crazy in your face all the time. All the time.
Oh no, their fish likes that it could be to hold on, partner. I'm overstimulated.
Hold on, partner.
They're like stumbling around, like, dude, I'm wigging out, and it's like that's gonna be the next 40 years of your life. Get used to it.
I know. There's like a whole other thing too with them, where it's like some of them are like they're always on the verge of madness. There's some of them that are kind of put in a position so that it's like, oh, in case people start going fucking nuts, like there's a thing with kuo-toa of when one of them goes into a frenzy of like getting fucking insane, it starts to spread to the other kuo-toa. So one of them basically is all like they have people in a high position to be on the lookout to stop like madness from spreading to all of them. But there's like a silly point of it of just like, oh yeah, something that can happen sometimes is the people that are high up on top, like the archpriest that's running everything, can sometimes go into a fit of madness. And basically it's the thing of like, well, fuck, I'm below them. I can't do anything about it. So they just have to fucking sit there and take it and potentially also go mad themselves. So it just becomes this big corruption. Fucking,
like a bunch of dominoes getting knocked over.
Yeah, big fucking domino effect of just going crazy.
Wait, god dang. These boys are 5 foot and 160 pounds. They are thick.
Damn, they are thick.
They are dense. I do like the idea of a kuo-toa just like hanging out with the party, and he's like, "Do you fucking see that guy right there?" Like kind of pseudo schizophrenic, and they can just see invisible people tracking you, and they're like, everyone's like, "No, there's nobody there." Guys like fucking hitting the gritty.
I love the idea.
By that. Imagine walking around going.
Yeah.
I love the idea of just a kuo-toa just staring at a wall. The party's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Do you see that there?" And somebody just has like, I don't know, somebody has like Sam visibility or something at some point, and like they notice the kuo-toa is staring at like all the shit that's like invisible or something. It's like, you've seen that this whole time? Yeah, that guy's been following us for months.
When you're holding your phone and there's like a reflection that goes, like the light goes on the ceiling and it freaks dogs and cats out. Kuo-toa is just like, oh, ghosts.
I love that's fun. Like the idea of just role playing a kuo-toa, just like, yeah. So I was just,
yeah, literally. It's like watch a ghost duck walk by and be like, what the fuck?
Jesus. I think we're kind of getting to that point, unless y'all have anything else you want to add to them at this point.
No, that's about it.
5.
Yeah, honestly, giving them a hard 5 because of
I'll give him a soft 5.
Give him a soft one. A little 5.
4.9999.
A little kiss of a 5.
A little 5 on the forehead.
I'm going to let Box find out how she wants to put that on the table. I'm going to say a 4, and the only reason I wouldn't do a 5 is just because them themselves kind of suck, but their lore is what makes them amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can agree with that because they do feel like when you look at them face value, there's not a ton going on. It is very much you do have to do a lot of legwork to make them really interesting.
Yeah.
But they also their lore does leave them very open to a lot of stuff, and that is why like it's I feel like it's kind of like a goblin situation where it's like you look at a goblin as is, and it's like they could be whatever, but at the same time, that's what makes them really cool. Is like, oh, you can do so much with them.
We've dunked on monsters that are one note, like things that just that's all they are. But no, Kuo-toa, they're just crazy cultists that, as a dungeon master, you get to make up a god for, and that's fun. That's all you need.
That is fun. It is. They are one note, but the one note is really cool.
Yeah, and they go. Blah, 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 blah.
I think they slot also into that level of. I can 100% see a party adopting a Kuo-toa, like just having them with them.
Because I really like that idea of just all you can do with them. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning, where they themselves, not a lot of distinction from other just kind of mook humanoid races. But their lore, you put the work into them, you can have some of the most fun in D&D.
You can have so much crazy shit.
Yeah.
Untapped potential of a Kuo-toa.
There's an amazing template for fun there. That I do love about them. It's really up to the person's interpretation, but yeah, it's an amazing idea. I do like it. Yeah.
Do you guys want to, like, I don't know, get the heck off of Chuck's channel and go play Repo or something?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty based. Not gonna lie.
Ooh. You know what? You're pretty based.
Oh shit.
That's really sweet of you, man. My cat just jumped in a box. I should probably go.
I should probably leave.
My
cat done got bit by a copperhead.
I gotta go watch my cat sit in a box for 2 to 4 hours. I gotta go, guys.
I'll catch you guys later.